Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is a movie that lived permanently inside the VCR when I was growing up. It's the tape you didn't even bother putting back in its case anymore because you knew you'd be watching it again soon. The cover was faded, the spine cracked, and the picture a little softer every time you hit play. To me, that worn-in feeling fits the movie perfectly. It's warm, familiar, and full of that late 80s adventure energy that feels impossible to recreate now.
Indiana Jones is on the quest of a lifetime. But for some adventures, one Jones is not enough. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
What always made The Last Crusade stand out to me is how it feels like a comfort movie. Raiders is pure adventure and Temple of Doom is chaotic and dark, but Last Crusade feels like settling into something familiar.
You lost today, kid. But it doesn't mean you have to like it.
From the opening scenes, it carries the sense of confidence, like the movie knows exactly what it wants to be and doesn't feel the need to prove anything. It moves at its own pace, mixing action, humor, and quiet character moments in a way that feels effortless.
Junior?
A huge part of the nostalgia comes from the tone. There's this constant warmth running through the film even when things get dangerous. The deserts, the castles, the dusty libraries and hidden chambers all feel like places you visited before in your imagination as a kid.
You must choose. Choose wisely.
Discover real cola taste with just 1 calorie.
Watching it now feels like flipping through an old adventure novel. The pages slightly yellowed, but the story just as exciting. It's the kind of movie that just makes you want to grab a map and disappear for a while.
Dad wasn't looking for a book about the Knight's tomb. He was looking for the tomb itself.
It's Indiana Jones, a large-size action figure.
That boulder's coming in fast!
He's new from Kenner's Raiders of the Lost Ark collection.
The humor plays a big role in why it keeps living rent-free in my memory. It's relaxed, natural, and never feels forced. The jokes land because they're tied to character and situation rather than the movie trying to keep your attention. There's something very comforting about that style of humor, especially compared to how forced a lot of modern blockbusters feel. The Last Crusade lets scenes breathe, and that gives the movie its charm.
Do you think my son would be that stupid that he would bring my diary all the way back here? You didn't, did you? How did you know she was a Nazi? She talks in her sleep. I gotta tell you something.
Don't get sentimental now, Dad. Save it till we get out of here.
The floor's on fire. See? Dad! Oh, Dad! Oh, Dad! What? Head for the fireplace! Huh?
What really gives the film its heart, though, is the relationship at its center. The story isn't just about finding another artifact, but more so about connection, legacy, and understanding. The emotional layer is what makes the movie feel richer every time I revisit it. As a kid, the adventure was everything. Watching it now, those quieter moments hit harder. The movie grows with you, and that's a big reason why it never loses its magic.
Me. Illumination.
There's also something very comforting about how tangible everything feels. The sets look real, the stunts feel dangerous, and you can almost feel the dust and the heat through the screen. That physicality is such a big part of the VHS nostalgia for me. The movie feels handcrafted, like every scene was built with care instead of assembled in a computer. Even when the effects show their age, they age with grace.
resting. We're so near the end. Come on, let's go.
The pacing is another reason why it feels so special. The Last Crusade knows when to slow down and when to push forward. It doesn't rush through its story and doesn't linger too long either. That balance makes it incredibly rewatchable. It's the kind of film you can put on in the background and still end up glued to the screen by the time the final act rolls around.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
Watching it now feels like stepping back into a time when adventure movies were allowed to be fun without being ironic or self-aware. There's no pressure to set up something bigger, no need to constantly wink at the audience. It just tells its story and trusts you to come along for the ride. That sincerity is something I really miss.
Eternal life.
To me, the nostalgia of The Last Crusade is tied to late afternoons, dim rooms, and that low hum of a TV that's been on for hours. It's tied to rewatching favorite scenes, quoting lines you have memorized, and feeling like adventure was something a little closer back then. Even now, with the tape long gone and the image sharper than it ever was, the movie still feels VHS worn in the best way. That's why it's so special to me, and why I never get tired of going back to it.
Don't just see Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Be Indiana Jones and take on 6 new adventures. Call 1-900-990-INDY on your touch-tone phone to play the Indiana Jones telephone adventure game. Every caller can write in for a great Indy photo certificate. It's only $2.50 a call. Kids, check with your parents before calling.
You call this archaeology?
Take on the challenge and don't miss Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, May 24th at theaters everywhere.